Back for its 20-year anniversary. Even with the anniversary in mind, this is one of those releases that I cannot believe that they retroed this shit. This is a good one, sarcastically speaking.
It didn't come off sarcastic.
No?
No.
Oh,
it came off like, I am really into this.
I'm halfway there, I'm halfway not, man. Like, this is one of them shoes I really wanted back then, and I don't now. It didn't age well. Yo, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Just holding these in the hand is mad funny. I don't know why. The shape of them is weird looking. Model name is called the Air Jordan New Retro 1. It was a very short-lived idea from the Jordan brand when the brand was still fairly new. And again, it's the shoe's 20th anniversary, but I'm really shocked that they dropped these things, because I've been surprised at some of the recent or semi-recent like re-releases of old team shoes, like the women's Air Jordan. I really love that those came back out. It was a surprise to me, but I like it. The team showcase, I think it was, that was a really cool one. There's some other ones that they have not retroed before, and I would love to see retroed, like the Team Post or the Team J, but this is one that I just didn't think would ever come back, especially with how hot the Air Jordan 1 is right now, where it's between the Jordan 1 and the Nike Dunk. And so it's like, why release this? You know what I mean? Like, those two shoes are like heavily saturated in the market right now. So you're like 2 years, 3 years too late dropping these things. Maybe you were waiting for the 20th anniversary. I don't know. All I know is that seeing these in hand, like back then, this was an alternative to where we were not able to get Jordan 1s like that in 2002. You know what I mean? Like, there was a few releases here or there. If you didn't get them, they were gone. The only option was secondary market, the resale market and stuff like that, even though the resale market back then is not what it is now. But seeing this today, I'm just kind of like, bro,
put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
But again, the shoe originally debuted in 2002, and at the time, the new retro line, it ended with 2 models, believe it or not. The 2 debut models was it. That's all that they went. It was with this shoe right here and the new Retro 2. The new Retro 2, I believe, had another version reincarnated with the Westbrook 1s, the Why Not 01s. I think that was like a new version of the Retro 2, or new Retro 2. Anyways, the new Retro 2 was actually an on-court model, whereas this one right here was actually an off-court model, which I thought was really interesting back then, and I still think it's kind of an interesting feature or touch now. What are you looking at? Is this how strange they look?
No, I'm not. I was trying not to be distracting to you while I looked at something.
What are you looking at?
A shoe that they remind me of.
What is it?
They're the Under Armour Slip Speed or Speed Slip.
I can see that.
Anyways, continue.
But anyways, this shoe is really interesting. I believe that they dropped originally in 2 colorways, and that was it. Maybe 3. Maybe there was 3. I cannot remember, to be perfectly honest. I believe this was the launch colorway of the shoe. I remember there being a white and navy version, but I, for some reason, can picture these in black and white too. So that's the thing. I don't know which one was the second one, or maybe there was 3. I can't remember. If you guys remember, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, the shoe itself is an odd one. Obviously, the look is tying itself to the Air Jordan 1. You got a giant ass Wings logo on the side of the shoe. Very interesting looking, damn near tacky, if I want to call it anything. But back then, this was really cool, man. Like, it just was. Like, a lot of people did like these. I don't think that those same people, like myself, like them now, even though we like the idea back then. Obviously, the shape is kind of reminiscent of a Jordan 1 overall, the panels, stuff like that. This toe, though, this reminds me, there's some DC shoes that are very reminiscent of a Jordan 1. There's actually a lot of skate shoes, like Lakai does one too, where they take inspiration from the cup-soled Jordan 1, because that was obviously a skate staple back in the 80s. But this toe box right here reminds me of the DC version of their Jordan 1. I can't remember the name of the shoe right now. But yeah, the toe, if you wanted to compare the two, there you go. It's just weird looking, you know what I mean? They're kind of stumpy looking, and it just doesn't look right. So it's interesting. The outsole was also supposed to pay tribute to the Air Jordan 1 outsole, which you can see here. It is changed quite a bit. It's just not like anything crazy. There is actually herringbone in there, which makes me wonder, was this actually supposed to be like an on-court glow top? Like, was their original intent like, oh, if you wanted to play in these, you could? I don't know. The midsole itself is a play on the Air Jordan 1, but also not. So the white portions that you see is a cup sole, believe it or not, which makes the wearability of these shoes mighty strange. Like, when I put them on to try them on, not only did they look awful, but the forefoot area flexes mad weird, because like it's so stiff, you know what I mean? Like, it's just such a weird way to do things. And the cup sole is like thicker than the traditional Jordan 1 cup sole. Like, the whole thing just doesn't really work. So I'm surprised this was a thing back then. They do stitch it at the toe area. It would have been nicer if they stitched it all the way through. However, where you see the break in the line, that red section is actually Phylon. So that's really interesting. So that Phylon does run all the way through the forefoot. So this is not like a half cup sole, a half regular midsole. It's like a full-on injected cup sole, which is, again, it makes it feel really weird because Nike SB did it better.
Well, and that's the thing. It's that red section that makes me see the Under Armour.
That's exactly what I like when those slip speeds are still back there, and that's as soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, I can see it. This is a funny looking shoe. Now the tech features, along with that Phylon midsole that again is injected within the rubber cup sole section, is a heel air unit, and that's pretty much all that's in there. The insole is a piece of shit, which we're not surprised about, so it is what it is. And yeah, it's just a very weird, very low tech model. Again, even with the 20-year anniversary, this is one of those shoes where you could have easily have just done an Instagram post and been like, hey, remember in 2002 when we did this?
What were we thinking?
Exactly, but no, sustainability, let's pay to use materials to source, to ship them over, and then let them go to clearance, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. The materials are awful. So there is some leather in it, like it's not like a full synthetic shoe, but the majority of what's in here is all the tongue is awful. The tongue is so plain too, like there's not a single logo on there except for in the most awkward spot where your laces dip in. This is a funny shoe, man. Like I would love to know, like I would love to be a fly on the wall back in the 2000s when they were designing this and being like, yes, that is gonna be the hottest thing that we've ever done.
No! God, please, no!
Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear, that's exactly what I would recommend if you happen to be interested in these, but I highly doubt that anybody is. I cannot believe that they re-released these. I just can't. If anybody actually likes these, I'd like to know, and I'm not trying to shit on you, I think this is funny. I swear an Instagram post would have been perfect.
This was a swing and a miss, folks. You know what's not a swing and a miss?
Our giveaways. So yeah, today is day whatever, I don't know what it is.
We're having a hard time keeping track of these, especially since we have other team members.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's not easy, but we're doing our best. We're still giving away 12 pairs plus of shoes.
Yes, it just turned into like a baker's dozen or whatever because of our last
there
video.
There is some extras and stuff like that. We do that all the time. We're supposed to give away at least one pair of shoes a month, and we end up averaging like way more than that. So, you know, it is what it is. Our WearTesters Discord community is awesome. Most of you guys already know this by now. They're the reason why we're still here. So they help support us. They help fund this channel. We are self-funded with their help. That's how we're able to review everything that we review. We don't get seeded by brands and stuff like that. I'm a little too honest for that stuff.
Did you just sit through this whole video?
Yeah, so, you know, the brands don't like me too much. So the ones that do, I appreciate you guys. So the Puma Playmaker Pro is going to be another shoe that we're giving away. It's an awesome budget model from Puma, which is really cool.
Is that the one we don't have?
I don't, here? Yeah, that's why. So you'll see a picture of it.
Photo?
But yeah, so I don't have them in hand right now. We have some of our product is like with the other P members. Again, you can enter for whichever or as many or as little of the giveaways as you want during the Christmas time. Or actually, you could do it anytime throughout the year, but like this one, there's so many that like go for it. So yeah, but sound off below and let us know what you think about these. Did you say what you, besides that they look like the Slipstream, like.
Please don't wear these.
Oh, these are getting returned. I won't even give these away in our Discord. I'd feel bad. So like, you know what I mean? Like this is just one of them shoes. Unless one of them reaches out to me and is like, Chris, wait, I really want those. If you do, let me know, but I'd be surprised. But yeah, I greatly appreciate everybody here, everybody in our Discord. You guys already know. Thank you once again for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, have a good one.